The cosmetics industry is worth $62 billion a year in the US alone. But few people know the incredible true story of one of its pioneers, a child of slaves, who becomes the first female African-American millionaire. But that fortune is a long way off in 1887. An uneducated single parent, Sarah keeps a roof over their heads by taking in other people's washing.
There was no indoor plumbing, there was no electricity. People really didn't bathe very often.
Exhaustion and the unhygienic conditions soon take its toll on Sarah.
Within a few years, her hair began to fall out. She had really horrible scalp disease, really horrible dandruff because she wasn't cleaning her scalp regularly.
In her role as a washerwoman, Sarah has come into contact with many types of cleansing agents. So she starts mixing them, hoping to find a cure for her hair loss.
So what she did was to experiment with an ointment that had petrolatum, which is like Vaseline. It had sulfur, which healed the sores on her scalp. And she put a little perfume in it so it wouldn't smell so bad.
When she applies it, something incredible happens. Her hair begins to grow back.
She became her own walking advertisement. And when other women saw what had happened with her and they saw that now she had hair, then they wanted to know what she was using.
Using the small amount of money she saved, she starts bottling and selling her lotion.
She began to travel throughout the southern United States and the eastern United States, mostly to the towns and cities where there was a church. She was going after African-American women. And because they were urban, they were beginning to care more about their clothing and about their presentation. She knew that this market was untapped. She would go to their houses and say, I'll be happy to do a treatment for you for free if you buy the product from me for 10 cents.
It's a winning strategy. Soon, C.J. Walker has a team of saleswomen going door to door.
The wonderful hair grower was the top seller because women thought it would grow their hair. Well, really what it would do was heal their scalp so their hair would grow.
By 1910, C.J. Walker has a growing business. For the first time, she and her daughter can enjoy luxuries. And she has a vision of what she must do next. Racism in America is still rife. Between 1900 and 1914, hundreds of African Americans are murdered. So C.J. Walker decides to use her wealth to bankroll change.
She became very involved in the NAACP. She would meet with the leadership of the NAACP and they would talk to her about their anti-lynching campaign. They would talk to her about voting rights and the kinds of things that they were interested in. And so she began to see herself on a larger stage.
Her fortune pays for campaigns, provides scholarships for promising African American students.
She was a woman who had used her money to try to make a difference in the world.
In 1919, Madam Walker dies suddenly from kidney failure. She's 51. She leaves a fortune of over $1 million and a sales force of over 20,000 agents, generating revenues equivalent to tens of millions of dollars today.
When Madam Walker died, it was almost as if the reaction to Mandela. People lined up all along Broadway in Irvington, New York, just to get a glimpse of the casket.
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? We're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers, none of that shit that's on TV, you know what I'm saying? We're coming straight from the hood. The hood view, you know? Representation of black people, period, on the bench, because we don't know who Clarence Thomas represents. He's sitting on a Supreme Court, sitting on a bench, smelling like cocoa butter.
2, 3, 4, 5. We live.
All the motherfucking way.
Welcome to Hoodview Politics.
Yeah, there we go.
Where we go into deep detail dive
Deep.
in the politics from a hood point of view.
Something like that.
I'm Rabbit Jones.
I'm Tony #1 Soul Brother.
And this is HVP. Now, it's a lot to get into. I know y'all want to. I already know. There's so much going into politics right now that y'all got a lot to say. I know. From the border. We're going to get to that too. That's funny.
Yeah.
Woo! Black History Month, baby. Welcome to Hoodview Politics. One thing about it, we black.
Yeah, we sure is that.
That's one thing that's going to happen here. You know what I'm saying, Doc? And one thing we're going to do is get the black culture the information they need to make the right decisions for us and their family, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, something like that.
What's been going on with you? #1 Soul Brother?
Man, everything but the right thing and shit. Been out a couple weeks. Got a bad wheel and shit, but finally made it back. I can walk around a little bit, so that means I can come back. I can come back on air here on this podcast and kick it like it need to be kicked.
Yeah, now all the way down the street.
Yeah.
Welcome to anybody that's new here. You know what I'm saying, Doc? We go into politics, deep detail dive in politics.
Right.
And do not expect us to be in a suit and tie
That shit ain't happening.
and be a professional in any way, shape, or form. But
That ain't happening at all.
One thing about it, we know what the fuck we talking about. You know what I'm saying? Now,
Something like that.
one update we're gonna give you before we get into everything from the border, from the Senate cannot pass shit that they want. Why Republicans can't do the things they need to do? You know what I'm saying? Dog?
Because Republicans are stupid.
But it's one thing you gotta realize: we black first, right?
Oh, and you know what? Before I forget, and I ain't gonna forget this.
You know,
I don't need to forget this because I need to say this off the break. I'm gonna give a shout out. To the congressman, the representative from Texas, one Mr. Al Green. You know what I'm saying? They tried to hoodwink. The Republicans tried to hoodwink yesterday with that impeachment garbage on my own. But they got the shock of their life when my man Al Green came up in that joint in the wheelchair. He was due for surgery, so he had to go in for surgery, and they tried to push this thing through when they knew he was going to be out, and they would have the votes to do this sham ass impeachment on Mayorkas. But they got the shock of their life when my man, representative from Texas, Al motherfucking Green, I ain't talking about the soul singer, let's stay together, but I'm talking about Representative Al Green, came in that piece in a wheelchair with his scrubs on and no shoes. Came up in that piece and cast the vote that kept them from that sham ass impeachment. And you know they mad today. But I got to give a shout out because that's called dedication, and that's called not letting these maggot Republicans pull a fast one.
we gotta really let people understand what happened here. You had a black man leave the hospital.
He left the hospital.
Left the fucking hospital. Listen now, for all your MAGAs, all you black people that don't know what's going on, you delusion, you like Trump. Okay, that's cool. But we gotta realize who are fighting for your values and what they go to, what a step they take to do it. In the hospital, doctor say no. You just stay your ass here, bro. Stop. Nope. Pops up voting. Wanna know why? Republicans did not expect him to pop up.
Oh nah, and you know, and shout out to Hakeem Jeffries for making that happen, and you know, had the doctors there looking after my man. But you know, they've been going after Al Green for a while. You know.
Oh yeah, he's the first person that impeached President Trump.
Yep.
In fact, he impeached him 2 weeks into his presidency.
Yep. And they've been going at the main man for a while, but you know, they tried to pull a fast one, and like they thought they had the votes. If he hadn't showed up yesterday, that little garbage they've been trying to do to my orchids for a little while, they would have pulled it and got that man up out of there. But thankfully, you know, hey, I don't recommend what he did, but he did what he had to do. That man came up he was supposed to be on the operating table. He rolled up in that piece in the wheelchair, caught an Uber, came up in that joint.
That's a black person.
Had a doctor with him. Hey, he was not playing.
That's why
And he kept them people from
that's
doing
why we always point out these black people that do things you don't know. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know what they're doing. You don't know. Just like at the beginning of this, we're gonna get more into her CJ Walker. People you don't know. They did so much for our community and they put their life on the line for our community. You have no clue that they did that. You know what I'm saying, dog? But that's why we here. You know what I'm saying, dog? But we're gonna hear Jeff Reese talk about that for.
Did you directly appeal to Congressman Green to leave his hospital bed to come vote?
Al Green is a great American, a great patriot, and a great public servant. He has told his story directly, and he made it clear to me that it was important for him to be present, to cast a vote against the sham impeachment led by Marjorie Taylor Greene, targeting a hard-working public servant like Secretary Mayorkas.
Now, can you explain to the audience who Marjorie Taylor Greene is then?
That's that
Somebody
dingbat,
don't know right now.
that's that dingbat MAGA congresswoman God, this woman dumb. This woman dumb as a brick. And she's far right, she's racist, she's bigoted, she's anti everything. She's something else. I'll say like that. A woman's something else.
Now,
But
her whole thing is that Democrats set that up where they set the Republicans up to think they ain't had enough votes, where they thought they were going to win the votes. And they brought him from the hospital. But my thing is, his job is to vote. What are you talking about? That's what he's supposed to do.
The job.
You know what I'm saying? He just did what he's supposed to do. And he voted the way he wanted to. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't with this bullshit y'all got going on.
Look, y'all Republicans, y'all maggots, whatever y'all want to call yourself. Y'all sit there and y'all scheming and plotting. And look, that man had to leave his sick hospital bed because it wasn't about doing what's right for the country. It wasn't even about doing what's right for the government or anything. It was about doing what y'all felt was right for the Republican Party. And y'all plotted and tried to use that man being in the hospital on his sick bed, thinking he wasn't going to be there, to try to put together a plot and a scheme to impeach somebody, Mayorkas, just because you don't like him.
Exactly.
Just to gain political points.
Also, they're doing the same thing with Biden. They trying to impeach him with that. It's the same shit.
It's the same.
You can't
shit.
beat me on the politics. You can't beat me on this shit. So you want to do some other shit. It has
So
nothing to
y'all
do
just
with
try
politics. You know what I'm
y'all
saying?
trying to. Oh my God, y'all trying to score political points. And
The same thing with the border. Same thing with the border. Let's talk about the border for a minute. All you know is Republicans doing this thing where they taking motherfuckers on buses, right?
which is
They
illegal.
setting the stage. Send them there, take them there, drop them off there, right?
Yep.
When it's time for them to put a bill up to do whatever the fuck they want done, they don't even pass it.
No.
So what the fuck is the what are we doing? What are we doing, bruh?
It's all.
If
it's
you're a
all-
Republican supporter, what are we doing? You just made a fuss about the border. And you personally, you run the Senate, you can't even pass the shit.
Nah, because what's happening is y'all got this dude, what's his name? Mike Johnson. He the speaker, he the speaker. He's worse than the last dude, than McCarthy, the one y'all ran out, and now you plotting on running him out. Look,
That's true.
because he trying to get something done. What I don't understand with the Republicans is this. Y'all don't have nothing to run on. I ain't got nothing to run on. When you ask what you accomplished, what you passed, what you did for the people, you got nothing. And then when you try, then when you get some kind of legislation to say, at least say, instead of saying we want to kill everybody that come across the border, instead of getting something on the record to say we did this, it might not be what you want, it might not be everything that you was looking for, but it's something. We're addressing the problem. Y'all make the problem worse. And then you listen to Trump. Trump don't give a fuck.
No.
Trump doesn't give a damn. When you got to go back to your constituency and they ask you what you done about the border. Well, Trump told us not to vote that way. Look, a little bit of something is better than a whole lot of nothing in my book. And if you can start to get the ball rolling, yeah, you might not get everything you want. Democrats ain't gonna get everything they want. But at least you can say we got something done and we started this ball rolling to fixing the border problem. But then when you get a bipartisan bill that they scared is going to pass because you don't want to give Biden a victory. It's a victory, it's bipartisan, it's a victory on both sides. The fuck are you talking about? I don't get it.
My thing is, if you make it a big fuss about the border, when it's time to do something about it, you don't do it. It goes back to what we were saying from the beginning. This is just shit to you to run on. You're not trying to solve no problems. That's my problem with the Republican Party. They don't try to solve anything, right?
No.
All the money, if you put a bill up, if the money don't go to rich people, it's dead on arrival. It's like it's no help for nothing. They take money away from shit to give motherfucking rich people money. Nothing they do. Can't a black motherfucker on earth tell me, even the MAGA motherfuckers, we try to get a few on one on tonight, and he's scared to come on this motherfucker. I'm tired of him too. I'm about to burn his ass up because we're getting closer and closer to the election, and fools like him is the fucking problem, right?
Yep.
So if you got him running around saying, hey, Trump this and Trump that, that goes against everything we want done. If you want the border secure, why they didn't sign the bill? Why they didn't sign the bill to move this thing on? Why not? Because they don't want it done. They don't want it fixed. Period.
They don't want to fix.
Unless you can motherfucker put a wall up around America, that's the only way they're going to just everybody vote for this shit. You know what I'm saying? Then you try and impeach motherfuckers that has no business being impeached. You wasting my motherfucking time with my taxpayer dough, bruh.
Oh yeah, you do.
Even though I don't fuck with you as a party, you still got my bread. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah,
right?
you doing that.
So in the end, if you're in the Senate or the fucking Congress, even if you're a Republican, at the end, you gotta be doing something that at the end, a motherfucker that's paying taxes can agree with. I'll say, fuck it. That wouldn't what I want done. But hey, that's okay. You feel me?
Look,
they don't do none of that. It's just straight up nothing. And that's the way, unless you're gonna give them some rich motherfuckers. If that shit is dead on arrival, bro.
Look, you dingbats got something that's coming to the floor. That's bipartisan. Okay, bring it to the floor. At least bring it to the goddamn floor. If you don't like the bill, don't vote for it. But then you wasting not only the taxpayers' money and the taxpayers' time, you're wasting the time of your fellow colleagues that sit down here and put something together. That means somebody on both sides, this means people on both sides of the aisle is working, is somebody somewhere trying to get this shit done. Bring it to the goddamn floor and vote on it. If you don't like it, vote it down. If you like it, get something done. It's a whole lot of shit. But then in the end, you want to say, well, the Democrats blocked it, they ain't getting nothing. What Democrats, what have you done for us? What the fuck has Republicans done? They ain't done nothing.
But that's not even like, if you could just look at everything. Like, you seen them make a fuss about the border. You seen that for a year now. Put motherfuckers on buses, send them to nowhere's land, tell them, hey,
But it's illegal.
You got a motherfucking fairy land when you get there. You got all the roses when you get there, all the gold bars when you get there, though.
Which is legal.
But in reality, they going into nowhere, right? They've been doing all that. And then when it's time to change that and give them what the fuck they want to stop it, they don't vote for it. It's the dumbest shit. So therefore, you're going to hear them keep running. You hear these MAGA Republicans keep saying, the border, the border, the border. And the whole time, the fucking bill was right there to stop this shit.
The problem is,
But nobody know this. It's going to go over everybody's head.
Because you had a bill that you could bring to the floor. Whether it passed or not, that's a whole nother thing. But you had a bill that you could bring to the floor. But when you got Donald Trump going to sit there and tell Mitch McConnell and whoever else, Matt Gaetz and all these other jackasses, well, don't bring it to the floor, don't vote on it, vote no on it. Okay. You go ahead and do that. But then when he gets in front of a camera and he got a speech or he's in a debate, which he dodging all these debates, and somebody asks him, well, Mr. Trump, what are you going to do about the crisis at the border? What are you going to do about immigration? What are you going to do about the 11 million undocumented immigrants that's here? What are you going to do about this, that, and the third? He don't have an answer. So when that's how fucking ignorant and stupid y'all is. When people sit there and put together a bill, no bill is perfect. You have not got a perfect bill ever that came through the House and the Senate. You ain't gonna get it. Ain't no president ever signed a bill that was perfect. Perfect ain't gonna happen. But if you got something that you can bring to the floor, vote on it. Debate it. If you don't like it, go back and tweak it. You can make compromises. Everybody not gonna get what they want. But when you have a presidential candidate who tells you don't bring that to the floor, don't vote on that, vote no on that, vote that down, no, don't do this and don't do this. And the whole time when you ask him, what is he going to do about the border crisis? What are you going to do about all the 11, 12 million immigrants that's already in this country? You don't got an answer. All your answer is round them up and send them out. Ain't going to happen. You are not going to round up 11 million people, 11, 12, 13, 14 million people, how many it is, and send them out the fucking country. You don't have that. You don't have that much law enforcement, period. You don't. To do that kind of a mission. So that's a whoop-de-doo shit. He don't have an answer. But when y'all colleagues, you disrespect your colleagues in the Senate, and I'm talking to you, MAGA Republicans, you disrespect your colleagues in the Senate and in Congress and in the House, on the House side, that sat down there and got a deal done and got a bill done with Democrats. You disrespect them and you basically disrespect the work that they do for a jackass that don't even have a plan. What are you doing?
No plan. No plan at all. That's the problem.
It's ignorant.
It's like you just want to keep your people riled up about guns, about abortion, about the border, but you don't want to do a fucking thing about it.
Yeah, you're not gonna do nothing.
In reality, bruh. And I dare anybody listen to right the fuck now, because we're getting closer to election. It's no more gloves. Okay? Come the fuck on this podcast if you got a problem with anything we talking about. If you're a MAGA, Republican, whatever you are, right? Especially black. That's the main thing. If you're black and you're Republican, need you on here ASAP. ASAP. If you're black and you don't know where you're going, need you on here ASAP.
You find
Right?
out where you going.
Killer Mike is one of the motherfuckers I do not fuck with. Period.
I ain't too thrilled with him.
And want to know why? Because he's one of my top misleaders. Anybody follow this podcast? No, I do misleaders. And misleaders to me is a black motherfucker that use his status to mislead the black culture to vote for clown ass fools like Trump. Period. So that fool right there, I know everybody looking at him like, that's Killer Mike. No. He's a boo-boo the fool that caters to Republicans, and Republicans cater to racist pigs. Those are facts. I didn't make these things up. That's my fault. That wasn't my fault. Did I make it up?
No, I wasn't made up.
That's the reality of things. And people like him, I cannot fucking stand because you're using your skin to mislead the black culture with your same skin. They're thinking you might be telling them something right, and you know your bitch ass is wrong. So to me, that's a misleader. Ice Cube, you're on top of the list too. Just to give y'all understanding what a fucking misleader is. Okay? And he is one of them. Now, he got locked up.
Acting a damn fool at the Grammys.
They say he put his hands on a bitch though.
I don't know, bitch. He had the Grammys. He had the Grammys acting like he was at the Source Awards.
Now, did he put hands on hoes?
I don't know. He's supposed to got an altercation. I don't know if it was a woman or whatever.
They say he put his hands on the security guard or some
Yeah,
shit.
he talking about it was an overzealous security guard.
Female or some shit. Locked his ass up ASAP.
Yeah, he's talking about it was
First of all, they didn't move that swift for motherfucking Will Smith either. They'll move that swift. Will Smith assaulted the motherfucker in front of 35 million motherfuckers.
Well, there wasn't nothing they can do with it.
It wasn't that many people? Did you say it wasn't that many people?
No, I said
oh, okay.
It wasn't nothing they
you
can do.
Can't
about
assault nobody with that. What name was that? Los Angeles?
Yeah.
Las Vegas? What name was that when that shit happened?
Los Angeles, LA.
Those police are under fire. You cannot let a motherfucker assault people and you ain't grabbing them up. All right? That ain't to me. This is me. This is me.
No, Chris
This
Rock
is
went-
me. The
Chris Rock
Grammys
went
are saying
charges.
that shit is not happening no more. Okay? Fuck press charges. He was assaulted, period, in front of police. Police can then take over. The state takes over and say, I don't give a fuck what you talking about, comedian. He smacked the shit out you in front of me.
Right, he said he wasn't going through it, so it wasn't nothing they could do. If the slap beat not going through it, ain't nothing to hey, you can't do shit to the slap.
Wait. Hold, stop. So you telling me when the nigga smack his bitch, when she say, no, I don't want you to lock him up. Sorry, lady. I saw him smack your thick. That's it. He going with us. Millions of people, and some of them had to be, million of them had to be police. A quarter of them had to be fucking police in Los Angeles, my nigga. Saw this nigga get up, smack the holy shit out of the nigga.
Yep.
That's an assault.
Yep.
Lockup should be happening right now, ASAP. No,
Nah.
that nigga left the
Because
stage.
they went to-
Matter of fact, he got an award after, my nigga.
One
So
after the year.
this nigga got. Now again, I don't fuck with Killer Mike. Everybody know that. But we didn't even see what the fuck he did. They locked the motherfucker up ASAP. Now to me, that's reaction off what Will Smith
because
did.
he
Be honest with you.
ain't no Will Smith. For
You
one.
cannot let Will Smith walk around after smacking the shit out of somebody, bruh.
But he did.
He did do it.
But he did.
You
He
can't-
didn't get no charge.
So
on
what
that.
I'm telling you is the police, the police station, the detectives, the law. You cannot do it. You can't just let them assault somebody, whether they
But
pressing charges
Chris
or not.
Rock said they went to Chris Rock and they asked Chris Rock, "Do you want to press charges or whatever?" Chris Rock said, "Nah, no, he don't want to press charges." So if the motherfucker that got slapped ain't coming to court, or say, fuck it, He can lie and say it was a bit.
No.
It wasn't nothing they really could do.
No.
It wasn't because you see Will Smith ain't got no job.
No.
What can they do? Will Smith ain't got no job.
Stop a minute. Think what I'm telling you then. A lady just ran up to the police and said, that nigga beat my ass. What do you think happens? They didn't even see it.
She pointed the nigga out, the nigga going to jail.
ASAP. Now, you see the nigga get up out of his seat, smack the holy fuck, pip slap a motherfucker on stage in front of, I think, 100 million motherfuckers.
Something like that.
It was close. And 25 million of them had to be police.
Yeah, but did he get a charge out of it?
Okay. That's what I'm saying.
He get no charge
What I'm
out of
saying
it.
is the reaction to that is locking Killer Mike up for something nobody saw.
Right, but Killer Mike ain't Will Smith.
That's not. No,
Killer Mike.
we can't work the laws can't work like that, my nigga.
But the laws does work like
We
that.
can't do them like that.
But the laws do work like that. Killer Mike is not motherfucking Will Smith. Will Smith was the darling up until he slapped the shit out of Chris Rock. He was the darling of Hollywood. Everybody in Hollywood loved him. He could do no wrong.
True.
He could do all the wild shit. He could do all the undercover wild shit he was doing that they say he was doing.
True. But laws are laws. Okay.
Yeah.
You personally can't look at Trump right now.
Look.
Right? He was a president. About to get locked the fuck up. Hopefully. But you cannot break a law and expect just because whoever the fuck you are, that law is not a law no more.
Right, you can't expect it, but that's how the law works. If I'd have went down there on the Capitol on January 6th
you muted, sure.
and gave that speech, and I gave that speech, and them people ran up in that motherfucking Capitol, I'd have been under the jail right now.
Okay.
You gotta look at it. The law in the law in that situation is not applied right because all the motherfucking Proud Boys and all the other motherfuckers that ran up in there, the motherfucker with the Viking hat, and all these other motherfuckers ran up in the Capitol and pissed on Nancy Pelosi's desk, took a shit on this, that, and the third, was doing that. Police got killed. All of them motherfuckers, what they getting? They getting short times. They getting fucking months. 3 months here, 6 months there. Motherfuckers, some are okay. The big boys of it got some years, but it was a black man. It was one black man in the whole fucking bunch. And you ain't see him do shit. Of all the tapes, you ain't see this black ass on nothing. He got more time than anybody.
Yeah, he did.
So the law, we know what the law says, but the law is not applied equally across the board. Because if it was, Trump wouldn't even be running, wouldn't be able to run for president.
Me and you got to step out back.
Hey, right. Fairness in the law, fairness under the law, that's some bullshit.
I get what you're saying. But us as a normal motherfucker looking at laws, locking people up, the same thing should apply to motherfuckers. This is that simple, bro.
I agree with you.
Real simple. You know
I agree with you. But the reality of the situation is it ain't like that. It ain't like that. Because you can look.
He smacked the shit out of him though, bro.
Yeah.
In front of everybody.
In front of everybody. In
the police station and whoever they was at, was it Las Vegas or LA? I mean,
he was in LA. They was in LA.
I don't know if they was in LA or Las Vegas.
He smacked the dog shit out of that man
in front of everybody in the world.
And
don't get locked up.
Now let me have walked up on that stage and slapped the shit out of Chris Rock.
Where you have been?
I still be in jail.
That's my point.
Yeah, the law is you know the law says one thing, but the law is not applied equally to
that was
everybody.
In front of a lot of people, bro. There's no denying that.
And
even if you don't see you beat the shit out your girl, they gonna lock you up. If
they see
anything on that eye,
you're
going to jail.
They didn't even got to see that.
Exactly.
All she got to do is say, he hit me.
That's it.
He grabbed me.
These niggas actually watched this nigga get up and slap. He pissed out of him.
He put his foot in my ass.
Now I don't like Killer Mike for the record. Everybody know I don't like Killer Mike, but sometimes when it is what it is for me. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think he should be locked up for something nobody saw. And then the bitch supposed to be a security guard should be able to handle her fucking self, first of all. Well, then second, what could he have done to the security guard?
Well,
and why?
I mean, there was
the question.
I don't know what the fuck he was supposed to do. Whatever they said he did, it wasn't on camera.
Exactly.
But somebody said something and they escorted his ass out. He was up there acting like damn fool. Like I say, he was acting like he was at the Sauce Awards.
Man, he did win 3 awards. You gotta give him credit on that.
He got these 3 awards. That's cool. And then
he's still a piece of shit.
But we still, like I say, I don't know until all the shit come out. But like I say, he's not Will Smith.
That's funny.
At that time, Will Smith can do what he did and got away with it.
That's crazy.
Now, say Killer Mike went up there. Now, Killer Mike went up there and slapped shit out of Chris Rock.
Chris Rock probably was hit him back.
Chris Rock ain't hit nobody back.
Man, he would hit that nigga back. That for Killer Mike. Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
Fuck wrong with you.
He
would have been shot.
Slapped the shit out of like I said, Killer Mike would have went up there and slapped the shit out of motherfuckers.
He would have
Chris Rock would have been pressing charge. Oh, Lord,
he would have done that too.
True.
That's true. He would
have
did
it. Look at the bruise on my eye.
Why not he pressed charges? Why not though? What is the reason why you think he didn't press charges?
Because the Illuminati told him not to.
Me and you got to step out back.
Hey, what are we doing? Hey, don't do that. Hey, so this is Black. Hold on, Shorty, you got something to say about that right there?
No, go ahead. I'm just enjoying the movie, bro.
All right, go ahead.
I'm telling you, look, if you think that wasn't motherfucking, if you think that wasn't behind it, look who the first motherfucker ran up on stage to try to break this shit up. Motherfucking after shit happened. Tyler Perry. Somebody slapped the shit. Yeah, Tyler Perry was up there talking. Tyler Perry and Denzel.
That was after, yeah.
That was afterwards. Because motherfucking Denzel don't even really fuck with Tyler Perry like that.
He still ain't getting no charges.
Then you had Puffy talking. Then Puffy runs his wild ass up there talking about, we gonna settle this. We gonna fix this amongst ourselves. Puffy, shut the fuck up. Well, you out here beating women.
And you got a lot of shit going on your damn self.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that right now.
You
know what I'm saying?
Motherfucking way you done motherfucking beat a woman. You done beat a bitch so fucking bad you had to send her on a 2-week vacation in Hawaii to heal up.
Not good.
She couldn't even go on the fucking beach. She was healing up. Well, that foot you put in her ass. You, Puffy, Ike Turner, and James Brown. Y'all some wild ass niggas.
Ike Turner though, he the supreme ass beater. He's supreme. When you say ass beater, Ike Turner
Ike is the poster child. Ike is the poster child because Ike is the
give me an ass or beater, then give me one. Give me one.
But Ike ain't never been. Ike ain't never been.
That football player that said that bitch.
Oh, and Jim Brown. Ike ain't. Jim Brown threw a bitch
on the kids thing though. That was crazy.
Jim Brown threw a bitch off the balcony.
But hold on. So one shot deals are different from constantly beating your ass, bro.
So wait a minute. That's Ike Turner is the poster child.
Ike Turner beat your ass constantly.
So was Mike Tyson.
Okay. Hold on. Where you get the Mike Tyson thing from?
Mike Tyson was whooping Robinson's ass.
No. He did a few times, but no.
Mike Tyson. This is a quote, and this is the word.
Allegedly.
This ain't no allegedly.
Okay, that's him.
Is the word that came out of Mike Tyson's mouth. Yeah. Mike Tyson said, and I quote, the best punch I ever threw was the one I hit Robin with. and that came, I saw the fucking interview when he said it. He said the best punch I ever threw was the one I hit Robin with. And I'm sitting there like, that bitch had
Hold up. I understand what you're saying, but Ike was whooping ass, bro. He wasn't just whooping Tina ass. He whooped women before Tina ass.
Right.
Okay, he was whooping ass from day one.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Ike wouldn't have freak offs. I don't know, but Ike did take the pussy in the
Said a freak
motherfucker.
off.
But Ike took the pussy for himself. Ike wasn't having freak offs. Ike wasn't stomping the bitch out.
True.
Ike did beat her with a coat hanger though.
You cannot. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Once we get into the details of Turner,
Ike was out
there's
there.
no way that he's supreme.
But Ike is up there.
Ain't no up there.
Ike is a poster child because Ike is the first one. Every time you think about a woman beater, a motherfucker gonna come. But James Brown was just as bad as Ike.
No.
Yes. You do your
Bruh,
research.
James Turner shit was out in the open, smacking the shit.
So was James. So was James.
Hey, anybody know about Tina Turner? That's my girl too. Look her up. You know.
Yeah.
This is Black History
You want to know
Month.
what really going on?
We want y'all to check out a lot of things. Tina Turner is one of them.
If fuck the movie, if you want to know what really went on, go get you a copy of I, Tina, and you will find out what exactly happened. But
Well, she had an ass whip. That's what happened. Ain't no way around it.
but shit.
For years, getting her ass whipped, man. They never talk about. They gave us a brief description in movies, bro. But she was getting her ass literally whipped daily.
She was getting. Let me see.
Man, this man telling her, bitch, if you die, I'm gonna kill you. She dead already. What you talking about? What you talking about? How you gonna tell somebody that, yo? Come on, you bitch, you die, I'm gonna kill you. She already dead.
You know, but see, Ike was your normal run-of-the-mill abusive husband. When you get in the motherfucker like the shit,
not the run of a mill though, Joe.
And you had motherfucker like R. Kelly was holding chicks hostage. That's another level.
No. Allegedly.
That's another level. Okay, allegedly. I mean, you got R. Kelly allegedly holding chicks hostage. You got Puffy beating a woman so bad he had to send her to Hawaii for 3 weeks to heal up, and he having freak offs. That's another level. You had David Ruffin hit Tammy Terrell in the head with a motorcycle helmet. That's another level. James Brown beat the same woman, Tammy Terrell, so bad. So fucking bad. They motherfuckers to this day, all they can say, it was a damn shame the way he beat that woman because she wouldn't stand on the side of the stage.
But how many times had that happened though? Remember, Ike was beating women before Tina. Every female singer he had, he was whipping her ass.
Hey,
and after Tina.
Look, hell yeah, Ike, man. Ike told me.
Come on, man. Ike is just, that's just the point. Like you say, Ike is just the picture of ass whooping. Like this, yeah.
The white wife thought she could that when he married after he got out. She thought that she could sass Ike and talk about, well, he's not gonna do that to me. Ike looked at her straight on TV and said, shit, I'll do the same thing to you. She shut the fuck up. Now, like Ike is your
he ass beater.
Ike is your typical abusive mate.
And you gotta remember, spouse. During the time he was doing that, some of that was acceptable. Right. You feel me? At the time that he was doing it.
But shit, Ike was doing it. Wilson Pickett was doing it. They come to find out Billy D. Williams was whooping chicks' ass. Shit, I mentioned James.
None of them. Well, I'll do Ike Turner, baby.
Nah, you don't you believe that?
Now everybody tune in right now. I'm trying to tell you, Ike Turner was a problem.
Ike Turner was a problem because Ike didn't care.
He wasn't no one shot deal. It was a beating every day.
Ike didn't fucking care.
That's different.
But these other dudes were doing it on the regular too.
I ain't gonna take that away.
They was beating women. James Brown beat up every fucking woman he'd have known.
Check out my boy.
You gonna take shit. When you talk about when you heard that song talking about the good foot, yeah, the good foot he was putting in them bitches' ass. That was the good foot was about.
I don't know. Some of that is in times too, but
yeah,
Ike Turner was an extreme ass beater, bro.
Just like they tried to make Chris Brown the poster child for beating women. But Chris Brown was beating everybody's ass.
He's not on the level of Ike Turner, bro.
Yeah, because he beat shit out of Rihanna, but he was beating the shit out of everybody.
Come on, no. Chris Brown ain't no comparison.
I'm saying exactly because he was beating women, he was beating dudes, he was beating up every goddamn body. Chris Brown didn't even fuck who you was.
Ike Turner was a woman beater, bro.
But now,
Specifically Tina Turner.
yeah,
Specifically Tina.
Don't think he's Ike is the poster child. But just like Mike Tyson was a woman beater. Just like shit, who else was I just thinking of? Like that, we go back to R. Kelly, allegedly woman beater. Puffy.
Oh. I won't put R. Kelly so much in the category of a woman beater, bro, because he didn't really beat women.
He was fucking.
Yeah.
Women, you gotta go back to surviving R. Kelly. The women out their own mouth say R. Kelly put hands on him.
It's back then the day it was acceptable to put hands on a female when they weren't compliant every once in a while in the music industry. Come on, that's what as a complete beatdown on a daily basis. No, I got that. Ike is the where the Emmy at for my where the Emmys at? Go ahead, get him as Emmy, young, because I got that shit.
If y'all think Ike was the most vicious one, Ike was vicious, but it was some more out there more vicious than Ike. I got to Jim Brown. Jim Brown threw a bitch off the balcony. He beat her up and then threw her off the balcony. Over the railing.
Man, Ray Rice put his baby mother to sleep, man. What are you talking about? In the elevator.
Oh,
Come on, man. It happens. It's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Frustration's going to happen. Back then, they probably was. I'm not saying the Hall of Famer was probably on steroids, but people back then, know what they was injecting people with back in the day to make them angrier and more aggressive. So one drink can make it a whole person change. But I wouldn't change it. I'd wake up to smacking the shit out of you. You know what I'm saying? You go to sleep before I go to sleep. He fucking you up. Wake up in the middle of the night, fucking you up.
Because if she was just taking Ike ass, it was just because Ike was beating her ass, no doubt. Just like when you watch The Unsung, the DeBarge's father, he was beating the fuck out their mother. He was beating the fuck out their mother, beating the fuck out the kids, fucking his own daughters, and some more shit. That's on a motherfucking level. That's on a level that a motherfucker like Ike Turner will never get to. That's my point. Is motherfuckers out here that's worse. Ike the poster child. Ike was a bad motherfucker. But when you get down to it, it's motherfuckers out here.
Oh, you said Ike beat up his youngest son. He came home with black eyes. Face was fucked up, bro. What are you talking about? Huh? You gotta know. No. You can try to climb that ladder for Ike. You can try your best, bro, but you ain't gonna climb it. That's like climbing the ladder of the Jacob's ladder, bro. This ain't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying?
Right is right and wrong is wrong. Motherfuckers can't be you just can't be beating and browsing on women. That's still some punk shit. I don't give a fuck what the climbing was.
Nah, I'm still like this. People who beat on women, it's like their aggression is towards something else. From when it stemmed from somewhere from when they was younger. Because it's unacceptable. Like what? Why do it?
Whatever the climate, the time, or whatever, it always been you gotta beat up on the weaker sex. You doing shit to women that you can't do to a man. You's a bitch.
I mean, at the same time, again, it's hard for me to do that because times are different, bro. Like it was acceptable for you a pimp to beat the shit out of a bitch in the middle of the street, bro.
But it don't make it right.
Everybody looking at it.
But don't make it
but
right.
It was the times.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
But does that make it right?
If the girl didn't want to be beat, she wouldn't be in that situation.
But the shit.
You see what I'm saying? That was the time.
We about to go back.
She wanted to be a whore. She wanted to be a slut. Back then, pimps was running the streets. Okay. So she got with pimps. Pimps beat ass.
That mean Iceberg Slim had it was on him to beat a chick with a coat hanger on a regular.
They had their different tactics of suppressing and scaring these hoes, bro. Some
But
motherfuckers just use some
there's
shit
still
on the
some punk
motherfucking
shit.
screen to scare these hoes.
I'm just
Like my
saying.
man from the Mac.
But in my
What's wrong?
opinion,
He ain't touch a
in my
bitch.
opinion,
He used some shit on the screen,
In
had these
my
bitches
opinion,
hypnotized,
yeah,
and they was just doing what the fuck he said.
I still say that's still some punk shit though.
He never hit a bitch, bro. You know,
Yeah.
that what made him smoky. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, but there's still some punk shit though. In the end,
We know that. What I'm telling you is just we gotta put ourselves in the times before we start criticizing certain shit. Because times are different. You know what I'm saying? It's just different now.
right, times are different, laws change, people change, and all that, and people look at shit different. But that still don't make it right. That's just like going back and saying slavery was okay. Just look at the times.
Them was the times. Exactly.
But
You
doesn't
making my
make it
point.
right.
That's not. It was
doesn't
right
make it
then,
right.
though. It was. What was the law?
It wasn't right then.
Was it illegal to list your black ass?
But it doesn't make
So
it
it had
right.
to be right at the time,
Doesn't
bro.
make it right.
It ain't right to us now when we look back on it. Fuck
It
no.
wasn't right to them.
But
then.
the people in the time felt like this was
wasn't-
right.
so you
Everybody had to
motherfuckers-
feel that way.
so
If
you
the
mean
bill was
Kunta-
passed, to
so-
lynch your black
So
ass.
you mean Kunta was Kunta was accepting of that whooping?
My
changing
nigga.
his name to Toby.
My nigga. That because he was resistant to the bullshit.
Okay. It's called progression from something that. Well, it's called progression. You know what I'm saying?
If
We saw something that was wrong,
you would
and now
resisted, you would have
Turn your volume down when you're when you talk. When you turn your volume down a little bit.
So if you was alive back in them times in the 1700s and all that shit, when slavery was around, you'd have just been accepting of
No, what I'm
the
telling you is
lashes and the
we
lynchings
wouldn't be here
and
for the people that
dogs and
rebelled
all that
against
shit.
it. True. But at the time, it had to be something that everybody felt was right. And you can't pass a law to lynch a nigga if everybody don't feel like this is right. So in their times, they felt like this was right.
Okay, yeah,
Right or
the white
wrong?
people. The white people.
We were
benefit,
1/5
but
of a
that
person,
doesn't-
my nigga.
but it doesn't.
Y'all don't get
still-
on the Constitution unless
I don't
everybody
give
feel
a
that
fuck.
way.
I don't give a fuck about what you thought. My point is, it wasn't right. It wasn't right
You
then.
missed my
It
point,
isn't
though.
right now. I don't give a
You
fuck.
can look back on a
who-
lot of shit and say that
It
was
wasn't-
right, wasn't right.
It wasn't
But
right
in the
then.
times,
If it wasn't right,
the
then,
majority of people felt like it was right.
Well, the motherfuckers it was happening to didn't feel was right. You wouldn't have motherfucking slaves running away. You wouldn't have Harriet Tubman in the Underground Railroad. You wouldn't have
Those are
you
people
wouldn't have
rebelling against
you wouldn't
the
have John
results of
Turner.
people thinking shit was right.
But that doesn't make it right. That's all. That's
I get that,
point.
bruh.
That's the whole point.
In hindsight, you look back on a lot of shit and be like, that was fucked up.
You justifying something that ain't no justification for.
What?
You can't justify
what?
it.
What do you mean? Are you listening to me?
You talking about it was the times. Fuck the times. It's still not right.
Can I ask you something? It was America was taking the time out to send ships to Africa to bring our black asses here, bro.
Show enough was.
So obviously, the consensus was this was old fucking K. What do you mean?
But does that make
You
it
keep
right?
telling. In hindsight, fuck no, that wasn't right.
It wasn't right. That's
But
my whole
in
point.
the
It wasn't
times,
right.
the
Fuck
consensus
the
was
times.
you're not paying attention to my
Fuck
point,
the
bro.
times. Because what
You're missing the
basically it was
point.
kidnapping.
You're missing the point. You don't pass these laws. You don't do things the whole country is behind unless they think it is right.
First of all, the whole country wasn't behind him. Why did you fight a civil war?
You don't spend the
Stop,
time.
stop, stop. Okay, hold on.
You
Hold on.
wasn't behind
Hold
him.
on, hold
Why
on.
did
Okay,
you-
Hold on. 2 points. You don't spend the capital of a nation to send ships to some other fucking country to kidnap motherfuckers. This take time and money and consensus through the whole country that believes this, bro.
That you need cheap.
So basically, it was legal.
I'm gonna let you go for a minute. And once we get here, the people that live here gotta agree and feel the same fucking way that they not even human. First of all, they fifth of a human being, and yes, we superior to them and treat them like some pieces of shit. This had to be the consensus, bruh.
So that makes it right. In your opinion, that makes it right.
In hindsight,
So that makes it right.
nothing. In hindsight, we can look at a lot of shit, bruh.
It doesn't make
But
it right.
the
wasn't
consensus
right
in
then.
America, the
I don't
people
give a fuck
walking
what
on
the
earth,
consensus-
the
I
people
don't give a
walking in
fuck what the
America
consensus
believe
was.
that black people was shit
I don't give a fuck what the consensus was.
You
The
don't get
consensus
that.
could be
That's
one
what
thing.
happens.
Just because everybody agree, or a lot of people agree that this is how we're gonna
The
address the
Constitution.
situation.
It was put in the Constitution.
That don't make it right.
What is wrong with you?
That doesn't make it right.
Hold on for a second. So why was the why was the Constitution put in place? Why was the Declaration of Independence put in place? To put in place laws and to govern the stuff that we don't want to happen anymore, right? So evidently, all the stuff was happening. Yes, we said it was okay, but through time, we know now that this is not okay. So we got to try to correct what is wrong now, so it won't happen in the future. So bam, we put these laws in place. Bam. Then what happened when Abraham Lincoln came into office? What did he do? He took away slavery altogether because it was not, like you say, it's completely not right. But then it was completely right. So in their eyes, it was correct. But in hindsight, it's not correct. But at every time we see something that's not right, we correct it by putting places of law. So that's what Rap is trying to say. So back then, yes, it was okay to do it for the people that was doing it to the black people.
They felt
But they put in laws to change it so it won't happen again.
Because everybody wasn't slave owners. Everybody was back then wasn't a slave owner. Some people did not own slaves. Some people that did, some people treated their slaves decently.
Oh my God.
Everybody didn't treat their slaves.
Listen
like
what
shit.
you just said.
People
Listen
that
what you
didn't.
said.
Why
They treating
would
a
you-
slave
Some
decently.
people
A slave
Some
decently,
people
bruh.
treated they.
He's a
indentured
fucking
servants
slave.
decently. Come on, do the research. Read back on it. Some people did. We fought a civil war. The North fought
That was
the South.
after the fact.
No, it wasn't after the fact.
Oh my God.
Okay, so when did slavery start? When did slavery start?
Okay, ended in.
Slavery started in 1600s, bro.
Okay.
They brought black people over here in the 1600s because they said it was okay to bring people over here to build a fucking America. Know your history, bro. You stop talking for a second because you saying nothing that ain't making no sense to no fucking body right now. Okay? Learn your history before you start talking.
Yeah.
They brought black people over here in 1600s
And they was over in
to start building America. Stop. You had your time. You had stop for a second, bro. Now, so okay, it was fine. 200 years later, in the 1800s, they abolished it. Why? They said it's not fucking right because they know it's not right. So they put in a law and say, cancel that shit.
slavery.
All right, now listen, we're still talking. So learn part of history. Now we in 2000. That's 400 years later,
You
and we changing laws still to stop it. So it's a process in everything. So no, it's not right, but now we gotta make it right. That's the whole concept. And rap is trying to get to your head.
okay?
That's all I'm saying, bro.
What?
We know in hindsight
if it
a lot of
wasn't
shit is
right,
wrong.
It don't make it right. It wasn't right then.
But you
It's
only
not
know that
right
by
then.
hindsight.
But now you sitting fuck with.
You see what I'm saying?
You had you had abolitionists then.
Murder was legal at one point.
Oh yeah, this is the 1600s, bro. In the 1600s, wait, who fight in the 1600s for black people in the 1600s, bro? Stop talking for a second. Who fighting for black people in the 1600s? Nobody, right? So what you talking about ain't making sense.
War. We just went through this shit with this dumbass Nikki Haley, 3 weeks ago? Why was the Civil War fought? It was fought over slavery.
Okay, when did slavery start? It started from the beginning. You started 200 years after the fucking fact.
Hold on. That's my point. You're
Bro.
skipping all the way to the end. We talking about the beginning where they
To
felt
get
that this was
to
right.
the point,
There's
you
no
did
black
not-
people on the
wait a
American
minute.
soil.
You did not get to the point of fighting a war overnight. You didn't. So you just so say motherfuckers woke up one day and say, you know what? We going to war against our own people. We going to war against
Over
the South.
time,
So
you
that
look back
meant-
on shit on hindsight
so
and see that ain't
meant
right.
Over time, but everybody didn't agree with it.
And you
Some
gotta remember,
people felt that
it was
wasn't
no
right.
black
That's my
people
point.
on American soil. Only
What do you
brought here
mean?
to be slaves.
Basically 1600, bro. Started 1600. When the first black person hit the land, who's fighting for that black person? What NCAACP is here? Who's here to support that black person as soon as he step off the fucking? No, start there. We want you to start right there. Start right there. When the first black person came in chains and got pulled off the fucking boat, who was there to support that fucking black person?
Does
Answer that question.
that make it right?
Now stop talking. Answer the question, bro.
Does
It doesn't matter whether it's right or wrong. Answer the question. When they pull that black person off the stage and say, "Here, who we setting them all?" Who was defending that black person at that moment?
It was right. It's what we telling you.
does that make
It was right.
Not,
Yes,
it's right.
It was right.
Slavery has never been nothing.
Now in hindsight, yes.
What are you talking
At
about?
the
It's
time,
never been
it wasn't.
right.
It was the economy.
It always was. When Jews was enslaved,
What
it
is
was
wrong
the
with
economy.
you?
What is wrong with you?
We pick cotton for the economy.
What the fuck? Does that make it right?
In hindsight, fuck no.
Okay.
But when we first got here,
Does
who was,
that make
who was
it
here
right?
to tell us
I
that, bro?
don't give a fuck. You had slaves in England.
Listen
before
for a
you
minute,
had
bro.
slaves over
Listen
here.
for a minute.
You gotta remember.
Listen,
United
listen.
States was a
All right.
colony of England.
Go ahead.
We was a colony of England before
Exactly.
we fought.
Stop.
Whatever that fucking.
All right, cool.
Hey, yeah. You need to go back to history. No. For real, you need to go back to history, bro. Stop. You need to go back to history.
Motherfuckers that had slaves.
Okay,
What are you
cool.
talking about?
My point is, the first slave that stepped on soil was brought here by not wanting to be here, bro. All right?
Correct.
And now, the people that was already fucking here believe slavery is good. Now, you with me? Don't talk yet. Just listen. The people already on the soil feel like slavery is no problem. This is no problem. This is okay. And when a black person get here, they're not even a real person. This is okay. Do you get that now? Now, in hindsight,
don't make it
hold on,
right.
stop. It was right at the time.
It's not right to
Of
enslave
course, in
people.
2024, we look at that and say,
It
what the
wasn't
fuck
right
you was
then
doing?
because black people wasn't the first
Oh
people
my-
enslaved.
oh
So how was it right?
Right. Hey, yo, you need to go back to history class, bro.
I'm paying attention to what you say.
No, you're not. You clearly. Because it's a common denominator. Because me and Randy saying the same thing. The common denominator ain't listening, yo.
What the fuck they did? They brought over cheap, free labor
Okay, stay with me.
because they didn't want.
Stay with me.
This was
Stay with me
slavery.
with
Hold on.
stay with me
This
with
was
that.
slavery came from.
Exactly.
They didn't want to do the shit they said.
Now, stay with
They
me right
didn't
there.
have the manpower.
Everybody
do
on
it
American
themselves.
soil was what?
Indian.
Okay,
Before
was
they
they
was
black?
white.
Was they black? No.
No. it
So
wasn't
anybody
like
born
that.
here black was deterred. First of all, you can't learn shit. So therefore, you really don't know what the hell going on.
Look,
Other than slavery.
if a
So
mother-
hold on. Can I talk? Only thing you know as a black person, I need everybody to know this is Black History Month. The only thing you know as a black person getting on this soil, the people already on the soil feel like slavery is okay. And not only that, you are 8 and you's a piece of shit. You haven't got here yet. You get here, you can't learn anything. You're not taught nothing. Only thing you taught is what the white man tell you in the slavery atmosphere. That's our life as a black man. That's how it fucking started.
But
So
it's
that,
not-
hold
it's
on,
not
let me
right.
finish, bro. We get that. But at the time it was. Are you getting that
To the
now?
white man, it was.
Now you with us? Are you
To
with
the
us
white
now?
man, that's the
Thank
whole
you.
fucking point. It doesn't make it
Now
right.
it's clicking in your head.
Was it right to the slaves?
Stop for a minute.
How did the slaves
with
get
me,
here?
stay with me.
How did it bring?
I'm
wait,
walk you through it.
How
I'm
did it
walk
bring
you
the
through
trade? Don't you gotta walk
See,
me
when
through
you
it.
start
How did it
talking,
bring the
you
slaves
start
in?
losing it. Hold on.
Exactly. Dumbness starts speaking out. It's just not working right.
Slow down. You
How
with
was
me.
the slave boy
You
here?
with me so far.
How was the slave?
You
boy
with
here?
me. Everybody already here feel like this is okay. This is what we should do. Not only that, the people we bring in here are piece of shit. They're not even human. Are you with me? Now, you as a black person getting here, new to this whole thing, but the only thing you learning is slavery. You get it? You're not being taught it, not even to speak the fucking language. Are you with me? This is how we were brought here. So therefore, to order to put this in the Constitution and put it in the laws, everybody had to feel like this was right. Are you with me? There are people that don't feel like it's right, of course it was us getting beaten. Now in hindsight, everybody feel like that. Are you with me now?
That is bullshit.
Okay, now it's over. Now
That's
Yeah,
bullshit.
I understand where the block stop at. You need to get them bricks off your background because them bricks ain't helping him because the block is somewhere that's stopping his brain cells from learning.
what you
Fucking block.
mean?
Because for one, you're going on what a certain amount of people, white people that is, that ran the country at the time. It doesn't make it right. That's my whole fucking point. What they did was not right, and you can't justify it.
Okay, let's start up.
Yeah, they bought. We know why slaves was brought over here. They motherfucking the white people that gypped the Indians out this country did not have the manpower.
So, time out. Maybe we need to go back. Stop a second. Maybe we need to go back to the original question.
And you stole
Back to
them.
the original question.
That's
Maybe
what
we need back to maybe.
my whole point is. You can look back on it from now. You can look back on it then. It wasn't right now. It wasn't right then because you still had motherfuckers back then that didn't agree with it. It might be a small minority.
Who was that? Who the fuck was that, bruh? When you can put in a Constitution, that's a piece of shit.
Where would they put it?
So who the fuck was disagreeing?
How
When you
much
can put
shit?
in the
Wait a
law-
minute. Wait a minute.
Hold on, you
Wait.
just talked. You just
How
talked.
much shit is in law now, and how much shit do they pass to this day that you don't agree with?
Hold on.
Oh, time out. Let's go back to the original question of this match.
You
The
don't.
original question is if something that was happening back then is right back then, but now we see it as it's not right. Yes, of course, back then we know it wasn't right, but still it was allowed. So it wasn't even talked about. It wasn't even spoke of. But as it started reaching other people and it started escalating and getting more and more heat and attention to it, then guess what? Now it's time to make action. Because why? Because it's heat coming to this. If we don't want no heat, we need to cut this out before it gets fired. So what they do? They put a law in place saying, hey, you cannot rape women. So guess what? All them guys, oh, matter of fact, if you've been raped in your lifetime in the last 2 years or in the last 6 years, you can file it now. Why? Because they're trying to correct the wrong that has been done. They know it's wrong back then. But guess what? It happened because at that time, everybody thought it was okay because it wasn't talked about. Same thing for slavery. But 1600, when the first black person came over, don't know English, don't know nothing. Like Rabbit said, they came over here. But as time progressed, years and centuries later, time has progressed, and guess what? Abraham Lincoln came and said, "Hey, we need to abolish it because it's not correct."
Exactly.
So guess what? It was. Hey, all these people saying yes, we gonna bring more people in because it's okay. Because if it wasn't correct, if people thought it was wrong at the very beginning in 1600, more black people, more Africans, and more slaves wouldn't have got here. Because they would say, "No, shut this off at the border." Right then and there. But no, what they say, open the border, send more ships over there, go get more.
Huh?
But as time progressed, centuries later, people say, hold up, no, we gotta treat them fairly and equally. Let's put up a law to say, hey,
We already know
it has time. No, that wasn't right back then. So we gotta fix that. From this day on and for the future on, this is no longer going to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand the question that's being asked of you before you start talking. So it's from time how it was back then to now. We put laws in place to fix the wrong that's happening back then in those times.
And then another thing, the hanging of a black man was the Super fucking Bowl, bruh. It was a Super Bowl, not even just legal. You can hang a black. That was the Super Bowl. Everybody's going to see that.
It's on the back of a $20 bill. It's on the back of a $20 bill on the fucking White House.
point.
Come on,
I
man.
understand where you are coming from.
Now look at it. We know it was wrong. God damn.
But
hindsight is
my
2020.
whole fucking point is, it wasn't right then. It wasn't right in between. It isn't right.
How
now.
can you have a Super Bowl?
It is never.
How can your Super Bowl be hanging a nigga
Never
if the country don't believe this is a sport?
Okay, they did the same to Jews before they did it
No,
to black
let's
people.
not do
What
that.
are you
Let's
talking
not
about?
do that.
What are you talking
Let's
about?
not do that.
They did it to Jews before they did it to black people.
Did what?
What?
Was his first?
Look, so who is? So stop. Look, who are Jews, bro? Bro, who are Jews? Black people are Jews, bro. What the fuck are you talking about?
Why you even
That's
say
so like it's in the fucking Bible. It says that hey, they're going to send you be moved from a foreign land for 400 years.
Jews was enslaved before.
In a foreign land for 400 years. Bro, we are the original Hebrews, bro. What the fuck are you talking about?
in America?
I'm talking.
Jews are
general.
slaves in America? What history was
We're
that?
I'm talking.
So
in
what we
general,
talking
and
about?
You know what the fuck I'm talking about?
This is American history. This is the only history that matters.
Look, history is history.
Huh?
That's how you get the way. Because if you want to go on motherfucking America,
Bro, you need to go back to history class, bro. You need to go back to history class.
you had slaves
Because you ain't making no sense.
before
Don't-
there ever was a motherfucking.
You making my point then.
Before there ever was.
Because
a
they thought it
motherfucking
was right.
America. What are you
They
talking
thought
about?
it was right? They thought it was cool.
Come on.
Now you
Just
make my
because
point.
somebody think it's cool doesn't make it right.
It was
That's
right
my
at the
point.
time.
To a certain amount of people.
Beheadings was right.
Come on. It doesn't make it right.
Okay. So listen, so Emmett Till. So Emmett Till was what Emmett Till, a white woman said, he touched me. And they hung him. Right there in front of everybody, bro. It was legal to do this shit, bro. What the fuck is you talking about?
I'm lost.
If everybody agreed with everything, you wouldn't have your John Browns. I mean, you had your John Turners. You wouldn't have your John Turners. You wouldn't have your Harriet Tubmans. You wouldn't have your Frederick Douglasses. All them was abolitionists. You wouldn't have had your Underground Railroads. Do you know what? Do you know where the police?
That was 2020 hindsight.
Oh, do you know where the police?
Everything you name is hindsight.
Do you know why the police force came into existence? The police force didn't come into existence because of law enforcement. The motherfucking police force came into existence because of runaway slaves.
Stop. Okay, stop right here. Stop right. Answer this one question.
Homework.
Answer this one question. When did slavery start? When did slavery start?
If you want to know why.
Start there. History number one. When did slavery start?
It was to capture runaway slaves. Come on, do your history.
What?
You sit there running your mouth, but you're not
What are you
doing
talking
your history.
about?
Learn your fucking history.
What are you talking
You
about?
will learn this shit.
What are you talking about? What year was slavery introduced into the United States of America, bro? Answer that question. What year? Give me the exact year, bro. Give me the exact. You know, you know so much about history. Tell me, what year? What year?
What?
1619, bro. Over 400 years, bro, of oppression. Okay, but during those 400 years, it had been laws put in place to help prevent the certain things that has been going on to stop it, so we won't have that problem in the future, bro. Wake up, bro.
All right, hold on.
Y'all coming from.
Hold on.
But you're looking at it
Hold
in black
on.
and white fashion. It isn't all in black and white.
Hold on.
It's more complicated.
No, it ain't. It really ain't. It really ain't.
It's more deep than what you think.
It really ain't.
Because you had people, you had motherfucking,
Can you go to another country and a black person is fifth of a person?
No.
Okay.
I'm not saying that's right.
Case closed, bro. Case closed. Because now we're not. But now we're not, right? But now we're not, right?
You're not a person. Think about that. You are not a person.
Written into law, bro. Written into law. The law said that you are not a person, bro.
Whoa.
The law. So, and then you can say about that, bro.
It was right. This shit wasn't right. It's never been right to.
The law. Stop right there. The law said it was right because the law said that you're not a person, bro. The fucking law. The law is what matters then.
So you just saying this just because the law says it, it makes it right.
At the time, somebody had to agree with it, bro. You ain't passing laws that nobody agree with.
You have laws passed now that the people don't agree with.
Like what?
Name one black person that was in politics, bro. Name one black person that was able to vote, bro. Name a person if you're not a person, bro. How you gonna vote somebody in to help you, bro? Stop talking for a second, bro. How you gonna vote somebody? You can't even vote. A pair of shoes is worth more than you are. A pair of shoes, bro, with 3 cents is worth more than what you are, bro. Stop. You know what I'm saying? Stop talking. You ain't making no sense.
First of all, if
The law said, guess what, bro? The law said you are less of a person. The law is what's right. People,
that's fucked up.
It was the law, though.
But look, if we got to the point,
Let me ask you something.
no, wait a minute. If we got to the point that in this country we fought a civil war,
That's
and the
after
civil,
the fact.
I don't know, it's not after the fact.
What?
Because
it's not. Okay, stop. Civil War was what, 1865, bro? Slavery started 1619, bro. So how is that after the fact, bro? You say I'm
See what's happening. I get what's going on there. He missing a point here. That it was a point in time where slaving a nigga and calling him a nigga was acceptable. Not only acceptable, it was right. Slaving a nigga and treating him like shit, it was right. Before a black person got on soil, the belief was that was right. Black person not here yet. That was the belief of the nation. We were brought here to add to their beliefs. They already believed this. We got here, we was not taught nothing. So they can continue their beliefs.
not according to motherfucking DeSantis. We was taught a lot. You say we weren't.
I think here's Mike. He ain't making no sense, bro. No matter how much we put it together, we need to go to the next topic because he ain't making no sense for this one, bro.
No.
Look,
This is black.
He ain't making no sense, bro.
right? Because if you go, y'all sitting here talking about it was right because they wrote it in the law. That still doesn't make it right.
How you get in the law if it wasn't right? Answer that.
If it was right, it'll still be in law. What are you talking about?
So guess what? People saw that it was wrong, so they changed it years later. But at the time, it was correct. This is what you're gonna be right now. Right now, they tell you.
Listen, hold on. If you got to the point,
the laws reflect the nation, bro.
To the point that we fought the Civil War.
Yeah, give me a history teacher on here. Find a history teacher ASAP, bro. Give me a fucking history teacher on here ASAP for this. Give me his mic or give me a history teacher on here, bro. Because he making no fucking sense.
Doesn't mean it was right.
That was
All
later.
It
that was
wasn't
hindsight.
Right. I don't give a fuck if they thought it was right. It wasn't right. Did the slaves think it was right?
Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna get this for you, bro. This for you right here. Look.
They really did.
You lost your motherfucking
Slaves
mind.
thought they was doing it right. They was working hard for their masters. You dummy. Why? Because they was not taught. Are you with me, bro?
So they had to bring them over here in chains. They brought them over here
They was taught. We were taught to slave white.
Okay. Rabbit, give me a history teacher on here.
To be taught to slave.
That's right. My sister. I'm gonna call my sister and put my sister online right now, bro.
Wow.
And my sister's a school teacher, bro. Our sister's a school teacher. Call her right now and put on here to educate this motherfucker on history. Because he ain't making no fucking sense.
Y'all ain't making no motherfucking
No, you ain't making no motherfucking sense, bro. Period. Nothing you saying makes sense. We know that nothing was right from the very beginning. We know. So listen, when they go out here to shoot these guns and they shoot an innocent person, right? They know shit not right.
It was right. Wasn't nothing right about that shit.
What do you mean?
The law told you it was right. So, okay, matter of fact, so the law told you to have a drive. So listen, so if you the law says you got to have a driver's license to drive, right?
Locked up in the bottom of ships. People
dead.
Okay,
stop right here. So the law said you got to have a driver's license to drive, right? Correct. The law said that. So if you don't have a driver's license, what happened? You pay fines and penalties because that's the law. It's enforced. The law is enforced. So if you don't have a driver's license, guess what? You get tickets, you get locked up, your car getting repossessed, everything else, right? Because the law said it. So the law said that you're a motherfucking black man that's worth less than fucking 2 cents. That's what you are. That's how everybody fucking treats you.
Be the consensus, bruh. It got to be what the beliefs is what we telling you. It's not wrong. They believe it's right.
It was a consensus of the fucking people that was running the fucking government or running the country at the time.
Thank you at the time. At the fucking time.
Every single
Thank you.
person agreed with it.
Huh?
It doesn't.
They did.
In your opinion.
Hey, Rabbit. Hey, stop right there. Stop right there. The Declaration of Independence. Look at how many voted, and look how many say yay, and look how many say nay. Look it up. That's how you shut him up.
Hold on. Are the Indians fifth person? Are anybody? Is any motherfucker else fifth person?
That was fucked up.
So what are we talking about?
That was you going.
You keep talking about Indians with here. Why you bringing them up for?
You going off on some other shit. That's that Jedi mind trick shit.
You talking about the Indians? Why you keep bringing them up?
I asked you.
They not fit for person.
I said did the Indians was here before the motherfucking white man.
What did that to that person though? What did that to the fifth of a person, bro?
Slaves. That was my.
Were they ever slaved? They was already here. Did they slave them while they was here?
No.
Why they choose us?
I asked because you can go.
Because the consensus was we ain't shit. We animals. We fit for person.
Get it fucking straight if you want to get it straight. The motherfucker, you had black people or African people that sold out their own fucking people to the white man. That's again. That's 22 and 20 hindsight. No, that's something to do with.
We're not here yet.
Had Africans over there on the Ivory Coast, where a lot of the slaves came from, that sold their own people out to the white man.
Rabbit, stop, Rabbit.
I get that.
Rabbit, put this verse up. Put this Bible verse up. I'm gonna stop you for a second. Put this Bible verse up right here. Genesis 15, verse 13 through 16. God shows Abram that Israel will be enslaved for 400 years. Then they will return to the promised land. Abram is told he will live a good life. Now, 400 years. What other color, what other person on this world has been enslaved for 400 years? That's history. That's not only history. That's history right there. So it was already prophesized before we was even brought up in this world.
Y'all say that ain't.
Okay, that's history. No, stop right there. That's history for you, bro. Okay, no, but let's start from the very beginning. Let's start from the beginning. What's up?
Right. Can't talk at the same time.
I just said the same thing that you were saying. I said it 10 minutes ago. That Jews was enslaved before black people.
We are the black people, you fool. Stop telling me you don't know your history. We are those black people, fool.
That's what I'm saying.
And what he's saying, those black Jews are us.
We are those Jews. We been enslaved for over 400 years. We've been in oppression for over 400 years, bro. Slavery started in 1619. We are in 1624. That's 400 years, bro. Stop talking. We are the original Israelites, bro.
If you wasn't right, and if you want to go to the Bible, if it wasn't right, Moses, it never would have been a Moses.
We talking about slavery, bro. We talking about slavery. We talking about slavery, Black History Month. We ain't talking about Moses.
Yeah, exactly. When we got here,
that, but you still got to go back. If you gonna say them Jews is us, then that's part of Black History Month.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is
that's why I said it. So why you bringing something else in here?
If you go back to Egypt, if you go back to Great Britain, if you go back to if you go back to the beginnings in America, my point is this: no matter where you look at it, the shit wasn't right. Because for one, the people. It wasn't right because the people was brought here against their will. So it can't be right. It can't. How bringing a set of people to a foreign
in
land
2024, you know that, and I know that.
Yes, exactly. 2020. Yeah, say that again, Rap. Say the years again, Rap. Say the years again, bro. Say the years again, bro. Now, in 1600, who knew that, bro? In 1600. Answer that question. In 1619, who knew that?
That's the point we trying to get to you. Who was thinking like that?
The slaves was thinking like that.
No, they
know where they were coming to. They don't know where they even come. They leaving that far. They don't know where they coming to, bro.
Again, we was illiterate. We was taught to be slaves. Period.
You was
We were taught only
Okay,
nothing but to be a slave.
You taught. Okay. Look,
That's it.
look. If you basically going to the Ivory Coast, where the majority at that point, the majority of the slaves came from, right around that area, and you was brought against your will, and you was chained, you was locked in the bottom of ships. You got here, you was forced to procreate to make more slaves. Of course, the people that basically took over the country, took the Indians out of their land, wrote the laws that said
had Indians right beside them and never slaved them.
Huh?
Had Indians right beside them, never slaved them.
Remember, the Indians was here first.
Ask that question.
They went and got us, even though Indians was right beside their asses. But keep going.
Okay. But you went to another country
and got niggas because you felt like niggas was superior. They was not niggas, not human.
Basically kidnap niggas
because they not
That's what
human.
you did, because you figure
the consensus had to be
because you figure
they not human.
Yeah, because they don't know your ways, they don't know your language, they don't know your nothing.
Thank you.
So you can bring them here
Yes,
and you can force them to do the labor that you don't have enough manpower to do, which is what slavery was all about. It was about manpower. It was
the color of skin too.
It was more about manpower. It was more than manpower.
Enslaved white people. They
call us apes, bro.
Right, and where did they go? They went to Africa, where you had a motherfucking groups of people over there in Africa who sold their own people out.
No.
And that's part of it. So how is that right?
No, all right, okay. Let's say that happened.
Right.
I'm gonna give you that. Let's say
happen.
you in Africa. Do you know what the fuck they about to do, bro? You have no idea what America about to do to these people.
Okay.
You don't know what was told to them. They could have sent them, hey man, they about to straighten you out. You can be good when you get there. They don't know they about to have these motherfucking slaves, bro. That's why I didn't continue after that. You couldn't find a nigga that was sending a boat over there after that. After you realized what the fuck they was doing with us.
That's the same thing motherfucking Abbott telling the motherfucking people down in Texas. Get on this motherfucking.
That's cool, but you have no idea what's happening.
I understand that part. But nevertheless, it doesn't motherfucking erase the fact that it was African people over there that sold their people out to the white people. It happened. You starting at 1800. Everything before 1800, you don't know nothing about, evidently, because everything you was talking about is the 1800. Start at 1600. Talk about 1600 when it all began.
That's why I'm trying
to. You skipping 200 years, bro. And you skip 200 years, then you jump to another 200 years.
If anything, we agree with you once you start getting it up to civil rights and Abraham Lincoln. Of course, we know. It's hindsight now.
Hindsight because you were still in slavery up until then. Until the Emancipation Proclamation was signed, it was still slaves.
Again, by that time, everybody realized what was wrong by then, though. That's why you got Abraham Lincoln to feel that way to stop this.
My point.
It don't stop. It don't go out the blue.
But how did it? But listen, in 1600. So my question is, stop right there.
To existence overnight.
That's over time. That's later.
Right. So that means somebody didn't agree with
That's
it.
in hindsight.
Listen.
Hindsight. Because you
Rabbit. He's Rabbit. Be going nowhere, bro. This wheel is going nowhere because he's not listening to his self-talk. He's not listening to the questions, the statements, anything.
Come on. You talking about a war that divided the country. You had motherfucking families fighting against.
Okay, so what started that? What started that?
Doesn't matter.
That was 200.
It does. Something started it, so it does matter, bro. So how you gonna say it don't matter?
Okay.
That was 200 years later.
White people fighting against white people against slavery. All I'm saying is
everybody in hindsight said that's fucked up. Your kids grow up to say, no, that ain't right.
All right.
Your grandchildren grow up to say, my grandpa,
slaving
that person is not right. That's how things change.
Slavery, everybody already knew slavery wasn't right.
That's how you stop. No.
From the point he made when he bought up the slaves in Egypt. Everybody already knew it wasn't right. Because that
we are the slaves of Egypt. What are you talking about?
Yeah, who didn't think it was right? What country didn't think it was right? What are you talking about? Everybody told it.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody thought it was right. Motherfuckers that can pull it
off.
Yo,
in 1619, who thought it was wrong? Stop right there. Stop right there. In 1619, who thought it was wrong?
Wrong. No fucking body, bro.
How do you know that?
Because it happened. It continued to happen for 200 years, bro.
Okay, what are the names of the people that thought it was right? What are their names?
I need to know.
What are their
names?
Are you
sure they passed the laws?
What are your names?
They signed the Constitution.
Name one.
They signed the Constitution.
Name
one.
Okay, stop right there. I can name. Listen, we can name all of them. We can name all of them. Everybody in the South that was slave owners, they thought it was right, bro. Those are the ones who thought it was right. So what you talking about? They put it. They was slaves. So what are you talking about?
They signed Jim Crow laws. What do you mean?
That doesn't mean everybody agreed with it.
They did because they said make it a law.
Everything
they agree with.
How many fucking laws are passed now that you don't agree with?
Can you think a law passed now to slave a black person?
I'm not talking
yes or no?
It. No, because slavery has been abolished.
Do not
because slavery been abolished.
No, because times is not having that.
Slavery has been abolished.
Don't nobody agree on that no more.
Slavery has been abolished.
If everybody agree with
we know this,
you would be slave right now as a nigga.
If the South had won the Civil War, you be enslaved as a nigga.
Eventually, it still would end because people don't agree with that, bro.
If the South had won, bullshit. How you gonna say that?
As generations go on, generations realize that ain't right.
You got
eventually they grow older and leave.
Hell no. Wait a minute. If the South had won, it would still be. You got motherfuckers. It would
took more time, but it would have happened, bro.
Around here now, that's mad because they banned the fucking Confederate flag. You got
bro, you want something else, bro. This is Black History Month. You talking about something that don't even make fucking sense right now, bro.
They wasn't.
They went from calling the shots in the government to minority now.
See, somebody taking back history class, huh? Because everything he failed history, bro. DC government, world history, American history, government, every type of world, every type of history, he failed.
Take it on. Look how fucking much hell you had to go through for civil rights. If the South had won, it's a good possibility we could still be enslaved to this day.
True, but it would have ended in the 80s.
You don't know that.
Eventually, because times change. People feel different. We're not in the 1600s where everybody feel like you should be slaves.
How the fuck would it have ended?
You don't get it, bruh.
Ronald Reagan was a Klansman. What are you talking about?
But majority of Americans would not agree with be slaving black people, regardless.
Ronald Reagan was president in the 80s. Ronald
as
Reagan
a bigot, yes. Not as a slave owner.
Ronald
There's
Reagan
a difference.
Was allegedly a member of the KKK. How do you in the
George
80s?
Washington was a slave owner and president.
We know this.
You can't do that now. Are you with me?
So what are you talking about? You don't know.
You can barely be a bigot now.
Motherfucker was.
What is wrong with you? Times change.
You got bigots crawling out the woodwork.
What I'm telling you is, regardless of how, if it would have failed, then it would have passed eventually because times change. Majority of people don't feel like that no more. As they feel in the 1800s, where they feel like niggas were fifth of America, fifth of a human.
Look, who invented Black History Month? Shit.
And
who invented Black History Month, bro? Who invented Black History Month? Answer that question. Who invented Black History Month? Who invented Black History Month?
Slavery.
Who invented Black History Month?
It's just like it's just like abortion. When it was struck down, You got some states that got it, some states that don't.
All right, stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right there. At one point, it was a bang, right?
Correct.
Americans change over time.
I agree.
Which means they want you to have more access.
I agree totally.
Right now, majority of Americans don't agree with the racist shit that happened with abortion, right or wrong.
I agree.
If it was back in
For sure, that motherfucker, slavery would have been abolished. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
People change, mindsets change. But if you
it would have happened
but
regardless.
you got crooked motherfuckers, you would have ended up, still probably ended up having to fight a motherfucking civil war. And some again,
Mama,
And so
that you have a civil war means people think different than they did before. Is my point. The majority of the consensus was we are shit and slave them. Everybody agreed that we are not even a person. Hold on. I just let you go.
I agree with
Yeah,
that
every
part.
time.
I agree
Hold on.
with your sentiment.
You just said your thing, right? Now, let me
said,
talk.
I'm saying I
Oh,
agree
good.
with your sentiment, but you still trying to pull syrup on shit. If it wasn't right, it wasn't right.
Now, by this being Black History Month, right? Before we leave, I want to point out one person that we had at the beginning of this thing. We had a video on her, Madam C.J. Walker, right? Now, I don't know if you read up on her, Tone. Do you know about C.J. Madam C.J. Walker? Okay.
I don't know about the hair lady. The hair
Now,
lady.
at the beginning of this podcast, something we do a lot is we highlight Black people in the civil rights era. Speak by Muhammad Ali, Al Green, anybody that's speaking in that era on our behalf, be on the beginning of this podcast, right? And to me, when we bring out some of these people, a person like her is not voiced because she wasn't one of those Muhammad Ali types, right? But I do feel like she is one of the forefront of our history because by this being Black history, anybody out there they don't know who this person is, this is Madam C.J. Walker, the first Black woman millionaire in America, despite the shit that men, No One Soul Brother and Shorty was just talking about. Despite that, she's
Madam
still.
C.J. Walker.
Hold on. What just happened? Say what I mean.
Go ahead, because
What's wrong?
you glossing
What is you
over
about to
what
say
she meant.
now?
Because you glossing over.
I
what
haven't
she
even
meant.
finished.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You tell her how. Go ahead.
What's about to happen,
Go ahead.
man? What you want to
Go
say?
ahead.
Go ahead. What's happening? What?
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I lost. I'm introducing. If I miss something, you go ahead.
Go ahead.
Like what just happened?
Go ahead. Go
Man,
ahead.
look. And again, get back to what I was saying was to make my point was it's a lot of people that would fought for us, our culture. For me and the No More Sober to sit here live and talk our shit around the world, right? That don't be recognized and noticed because they didn't have the bully pulpit or the speaker or the stage to let people know how they felt. But they did a lot under the scenes on the ground. And she is one of the people that I feel like did that without being spotlight, right? Not only she began her hair journey, she took people with her, right? She invented hair care products and sent Black women around America, the same America that me and No More Soul Brother was just talking about, that one, around America to sell her products, pomade, something that you motherfuckers use today. Well, we don't. White people, you do. You know what I'm saying? Y'all use pomade 24/7, white boys. And you probably don't even know who invented that. But I'm gonna let you slide right now because I got a deeper thing we talking about, white boys. We talk to you another day. You know what I'm saying? She invented pomade and hair care products for African American women. Sent Black women around America to sell her products, not only sell it, but to teach other black women how to use the product. Now think about this for a minute. Not only does this spread your product, what you want done, but it builds you a network. Listen to what I'm saying. The America we was just talking about, this black woman built a network, made her own products that is used today for other cultures that wouldn't let her, that she was a fifth of an American, fifth of a human. Those cultures using her products today. The hot comb that you women, they don't probably use too much today, but it started other inventions from that. Hot comb. She responsible for that, my niggas. You try to figure out what made her a first black woman millionaire? A lot of things did that, but she was just, to me, and it will make her special to me, right? Because I'm a master barber. For anybody who don't know that, I own a barber shop, and that's what I do. This is my fucking field, first and foremost, right? And not just being a black man now that brings her up. She was one of the first person I learned in the field of cosmetology, right? And by learning her, that's when I learned she was the first black millionaire woman, right? So I'm not just coming from podcasting right now, right? Just saying a black woman. I learned from her from other angles, the angle that she put her foot and her stamp in America from. Hair. She invented hair products for black women because her hair was falling out. And I want everybody to understand what happened here. You got a black woman that invent products and went around America, even though the Ku Klux Klan was after her and her peoples. In this America that me and the number one soul brother was just talking about. She risked all of that to go around America to promote her products and teach other black Americans. She went to churches, schools, seminars, things that more friendly to black people. Of course, she's not just gonna walk around the supermarkets and get fucking hung. But she went around America to promote her product and teach people how to do it themselves, open their own shops in their states. And to me, out of all the motherfucking entrepreneurs in America, you can talk about a man that do the movies now, Oprah, all of them. None of them did more for our culture than this person right here, period. Where she went state to state to open up. She went around the world after that to open up her shit, to teach black people in the Caribbean, black people in Africa, how to do what she do. So to me, to put a stamp on your culture, not just to make fucking money, what she did, she put a stamp on the culture that made other women, black women in our culture, entrepreneurs on their own shit in their state. You can't tell that black person, black woman, a fucking thing because she running her own shit. To me, that right there is a way bigger contribution to our culture, bro, than most motherfuckers realize. Now I'm gonna let y'all get in before I even go in more of a soap opera. Go ahead, Tony.
The long and the short of the Madam C.J. Walker is this. There was nowhere for black women, black men, or whatever. There was no products. There was nowhere for them to get their hair done. There was no products to do their fucking hair. Until she came along. And what she did was even deeper than that. Not only did she invent these products, but she unlocked the power of the black dollar by becoming the first millionaire. Without her, you would not have Johnson products. If you don't know what Johnson products is, Johnson products gave you Afro Sheen, Ultra Sheen. It gives you all of this shit.
Exactly.
But if it wasn't for her, you still be walking around napping.
You gotta press
the
that
shit
press them naps.
Black people hair is kinky. it's kinky. So you wouldn't have this shit to straighten your hair and style it the way you want to. And she gave you that. And on a deeper level, she showed you that the power, that there was a black dollar out here.
Exactly. And we can do it ourselves.
That up. And you basically do it yourself. And you know, that's about it.
Go ahead, Short. You got something to say, Short? Hold on, my bad.
Yeah. So
You get some feedback from something.
did she want to?
We get some feedback on your joint. I don't know what that is. You hear it? Yeah. You heard it? Oh, you ain't got your headphones. Yeah. But go ahead. Sit. Yeah, some feedback going on. Some noise, some shit. Yeah, Madam CJ Walker, man, it's real important, bro. I just want everybody to understand the thing she did in America is completely crazy, bro. They be called the Walker. Hold up, let me see. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, Madam C.J. Walker. She just wasn't just an entrepreneur. Her legacy just expanded not just around the globe. It just everything that she done, not just for Black people, but just for women in general.
Exactly.
You know, telling them how to take care of yourself. You know, you're more beautiful than what you're being believed, being led on to be. You know, something like that starts there to how women treat themselves up into this day. How some women you go from ashy to classy, basically. She taught you that, you know, just in her own little way. You know, so women need to really embrace her and really understand her history and what she's done for them.
Exactly. That's my point about her. That I just want to make it clear that she's huge, a huge reason why a lot of things are going on that you might not know in America and white culture. You might not have known this lady. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do here. You know what I'm saying? Now, I appreciate everybody tuning in right now. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, wherever you coming in right now, and Spotify real soon. You know what I'm saying, dog? Appreciate everybody tuning in right now. It's something we do. We're gonna keep continue as the votes come in. We got Biden and Trump looking like they're gonna be going head to head. You know what I'm saying, dog? So for some reason Haley is still hanging around, but hey, that's how things work. You know what I'm saying, dog? But we gonna be here to follow the whole race all the way through. And I want everybody to check us out on February the 20th for sure. When we go local, DC politics, Ward 7. You know what I'm saying, dog? Well, we're gonna bring my man in. Then we're gonna talk a little local politics for everybody on the listening on the podcast on YouTube and Facebook. You know what I'm saying, streaming worldwide. You get to go deeper into the DC politics. Not that shit. Again, we are Hoodview Politics. All right, don't come here expect to see a suit and see a motherfucker sit here real. You know what I'm saying, bro? We might be on some gum. We might be motherfucker have a J in our hand. We never know what happened here. Okay, but the motherfucking material that you get, the information that you get, is the reason why we're here. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. That's what we do. I appreciate Shorty for sliding through, man, because we're here to educate the black man, the black culture. We want MAGA black Republicans on this podcast ASAP. As this race is getting closer and closer, I need y'all on here. We had one on there a couple weeks ago. He been scared ever since. And I was nice to him too, bro. He ain't nice no more either, though. I think he know that. Because we're getting closer and closer. I can't play with you no more. You know what I'm saying? Nah. I just want you to be nice and be comfortable with us. Now the gloves off. You know what I'm saying? Nah. I gotta put you in your place, MAGA black man. You know what I'm saying? Nah. But that's coming soon. He'll be back. I'm gonna get him back on here soon. Eventually, this race will come out. He's gonna come. But check us out on the 20th for sure. When we go deeper into DC politics. You know what I'm saying, dog? Something you might want to know about our schools and how we do our motherfucking community centers and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying, dog? That's what we do here. That's what we do. So check. You got something to say? We got here, though, bro.
Peace out.
My man still mad about the motherfucker, the black. What we talking about? I don't forgot.
Cause y'all motherfuckers is gone, man. I can't say how the fuck y'all.
I don't forgot though. I knew he was still heated.
I'm amazed how two motherfucking black
people. I knew he was still heated.
Hey, I'm heated. I'm heated because I don't see how our I'll never understand how you as a black man
my
will sit
God.
here and justify
We
or
ain't
say
justify
anything
nothing.
is right. You
Man,
justify
go ahead
it.
with that.
You
See,
justify.
you
Y'all
doing those
justify it.
white man tactics where you
You
say
doing white man
that
tactics,
ain't nobody
you
watching
sitting
this
here making the white man
will
argument.
think that's what we did. Ain't no way
That shit,
possible,
I ain't
bro.
lying. That
There's
shit
no way
pissed me
possible.
off.
I knew it though.
I ain't gonna lie to you on that one.
Hey,
I'll never do that.
hey,